Alright, boys, today we are going to be doing a SSL replay. I personally am not SSL. I peaked around 1680, sit around 1630 to 1650, 1660, that range. So obviously, I'm not this ranked. This is somebody from the Discord sent me this replay. He's SSL, obviously high enough to get Evo and Zach. So yeah, pretty up there, probably close to like somewhere in the 2000s. Elo wise, but yeah, let's get into it. See what we can learn and actually see what we can see mistakes wise from him as well. Because even though they're SSL, not going to be perfect. Nobody is. Just break down actually what we can learn from SSLs and what the SSL can learn from us, mutual benefit type thing. Okay, and this is again kind of a bad 50 from his teammate, but he was playing a little bit aggressive there, positioning wise, looking like Appjack positioning. You know. Okay. Yeah, we're playing really aggressive positioning with our teammate. Like judging off that first and that point right there where you're playing almost exactly diagonal to your teammate or horizontal to your teammate. Yeah, that's fine. Nice shot. This first part is obviously just going to be per usual. We're just going to be looking at habits and seeing if something actually catches my eye or attention, good or bad, actually. Yeah, I mean, your aerials are just like insanely quick. Like you getting up there, bro. You're positioning again, like almost horizontally from your teammate. You're gonna get scored on here. Yeah, go for a boost grab. Again, your teammate didn't the greatest 50 of his career, but you could definitely be covering that. It's kind of like, especially in SSL, like even up in like GC3 range, you're gonna start playing a little bit more like adaptable compared to like, set in stone, you rotate, do this, win this, and like type of thing, because that's just not gonna work. A lot of the goals you're gonna be getting are not that like default type of outplay. You get beat there. It does feel like you're like all over the place, like mentally and like camera and everything. Yeah. Kind of feels like you're doing 12 things at once here. Good challenge and a good bump. Yeah, it definitely feels like you want to do like 6 things at once. Like just there in the goal. Like on this goal here, you can see it when you go for this bump. Like here even, I mean, you like obviously just decided to bring it up the wall because you saw your teammate had no boost. You saw that boost was going to spawn. But here you kind of like looking back and forth between if your teammate's going to score, where the other guy is, you just drive in front of him. You realistically weren't doing anything there. You kind of just drove at the guy and your teammate cooked and scored. All right. That's a pinch if you can call it that. I did see like the idea though. It's a fine boost, Scrap. Okay. Yeah, again, you're playing like almost horizontal to your teammate. It's like hyper aggressive. Okay. Yeah, you're just playing almost in front of your teammate, which like definitely does work in higher ranks. But I feel like you do need to be playing depending on how comfortable your teammate is in that specific scenario. Could be a goal or a farm. Nice try. Okay, Zach almost cooked. I would have cut that. Maybe I wouldn't have cut that, but like I would want to cut that, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it definitely just feels like you're all over the place. Like all your decisions are like 3 different things at once. But I feel like you do have to play like that since the pacing of the lobby is so quickly. Like, uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah. All right, let's break down this goal specifically. We haven't really dived into anything much. See what actually happened. All right, yeah, you were playing a gun too close to your teammate. Yeah, not a great touch from you. Teammate gets a bad 50 for the 8th time this game. Teammate's 50s are not ideal. Obviously, Zach will brutally destroy me in every way possible in this game, but you can't say he had good 50s, just like objectively. I mean, yeah, you just really got that mistouch on the wall. Like, this is good. Your teammate's here. This part is a mistouch, and also the before when you did this is kind of where you immediately threw possession. Like, if Zach was just playing that mid boost, if you can see in the bottom of the screen there, and you actually got a good touch here, like controlled it, it'd be like way better. Really, really like small thing, but like you didn't have to bang this out. You might not have even wanted to. And yeah, obviously your teammate just can't take a 50 this game. Then again, you also aren't in a good position for the loss of a 50. Like, again, like here, you're just kind of flying down because you just jumped, and then it puts you in a bad spot since your teammate 50 is a loss over your head. And then here, again, no, this was just terrible. Like from your teammate, he didn't follow it. But yeah, I would just say try to play a little bit more like worst case scenario type of thing with this specific teammate, because obviously you're gonna have some teammates where they just win every 50 and then you can adapt to that. The biggest like thing I've seen, especially so far, is like adaptability in this rank. If you're not like adapting to what the opponents are doing, you can't just expect them to do like default stuff. Like for example, right there, Bob and Evo. Evo just was playing back for the boost when Bob was like 1v1ing, which is definitely not default Rocket League, but it works because everybody in the lobby pretty much can just do whatever they want mech wise. They have almost complete mech freedom. Really good demo. Good. Let's break this one down too. See why it actually worked. Probably gonna be starting here. Your teammate takes this ball. You go boost, play wide. Yeah, they just double commit it. It's a default like double commit type of thing, and then you play it slow. Good bump on Evo. Yeah, Evo should have just chowed that directly instead of waiting. I think he didn't know if his teammate was back or not, so I assume he just was trying to stall time for Bob, but Bob was already back. He didn't know. Evo should have just flipped into that. Actually, could have gotten you scoring on if he did flip off the wall there. Okay, good challenge. Yeah, I would just, your challenge times are just, yeah, it doesn't get better. Like all your challenges when they have control is just like perfect. Definitely like a strong point. The more challenges you take, probably the better. Fine. Again, yeah, your challenges are like perfect. Really good force. All right. All right. Almost a crazy goal, but it isn't. Again, yeah, your challenges are just perfect. Like, these guys are not bad. You're just making them look like they're handing you the ball. Hey, yeah, this is way better positioning compared to before, earlier in the game. I feel like you got a little bit more patient. Yeah, all right, OT. See how you play OT. It's obviously a short OT, but let's see how he plays it. At the end of the actual replay, I'll let you know like my thoughts, like pros and cons. Okay, yeah. I like how I was glazing all your challenges and you get scored on from a bad force. I feel like you just gave him too much time to set this up. Like, yeah, he has so much control here. The play is so slow that he has so much control on it. And you're also jumping in like the setup phase, which is effectively whenever this guy keeps his flip after jumping off the wall, he still has the ability to cut direction. When you jump during this, you can still see where you are and you can just change direction. You don't want to jump during the setup phase. You either jump when they're on the wall, which is just where the ball is gonna naturally go if they want to get an air dribble, or after they use their first flip where that flip timer is pretty much out. You just want to make it as hard as possible for them to read you, and then yeah, Zach's own goaling, bro. He's selling, obviously. Come on now. This guy's throwing your elo. Nah, it's not a great force, and Zach wasn't even ready for it either. Yeah, he can't chalice. He has to just let Bob throw it in. All right, so honestly, I think your biggest strong suit, definitely your child times. Like you just like every time they think they have a setup, you just destroy it. Like there was literally one time the entire game you had a bad challenge, and it was the last goal in the game. Like that's definitely like 100% the thing you should be leaning into is those challenge times. Although obviously a lot of, if not every player here is going to have like very, very good basic principles of the game, but I would definitely lean into challenge timing, considering during this game at least you had one bad challenge the entire time. That's actually crazy to think about. So I would definitely try to like lean into those challenges. Like right here is a perfect challenge, and you actually get possession off of it. Like just try to take 50s with them and like cut off them. But that like leads into how I would fix your other problem, which would be like over aggression. You can see literally the first goal you get scored on this from it is when you play like almost this horizontal line with your teammate. It's fine, but it depends completely on like what your teammate is looking like. Like you shouldn't be playing like this when your teammate has 0 boost and he's just insta challing. Like it's never gonna work out. I it's hard to speak like to an SSL type of player because obviously I'm not there, but I would try to fix playing that aggressive horizontally with your teammate. And then like secondary problem was just like try to stay in the play more, which seems almost like counterintuitive to not playing as close, but when you leave for like boosts miles away, you definitely can just stay on pads on like 30. It's also very like adaptable compared to like if your team actually has a play or not. Like if nothing is going on, you can just leave. But if something's going on, you should probably just stick around. Like here you go for boost here. I mean, obviously you trust your teammate. Maybe you should have the game sense to know he is going for a psycho. But personally, I would not be trusting my teammate to hit a psycho every time, even in SSO. It's just kind of those little things where if you stay in the play more and are able to use your mechs and really good challenges more, I feel like you're gonna have a lot easier of a time. Just the more ball time you get, the better, honestly. I wouldn't go for big pads. All right, this is like somewhat of a good example. So yeah, your teammate gets control here. You're on like 50 boost. Okay. All right, this is like a pretty good example of what I was trying to talk about is yeah, here you get a flick and then a 50, then you kind of just run over here to get this big boost. I feel like if you played that 2v1 scenario there, you could have 100% get a goal off of this. Like, sorry, struggle, bro. If you just played like here, like alongside your teammate, get these pads, you would be here like 100%, at least be able to get a 50 in this. Get a chance to score this. Bob he's flying in, but it would be doable. And you would also be able to react to this double, and you might be able to just be here for the double tap. And you would still be on like 30, 40 boosts, just here to support your teammate. Like you're kind of just missing out on a few opportunities because you went for these big boosts. That would be the only two things to work on. Try to like fix that over aggression, like horizontal positioning, especially on like offense specifically, and then try to fix that like those points where you leave for boost. It's just like trying to keep up that that pressure. The more pressure you have, the better, because eventually even in SSO people are gonna make mistakes, and yeah, that's when you capitalize. But you can't capitalize if you're just not there. I hope you learned something from this. I don't know if you're actually gonna apply these things, but you're obviously not SSL, which is going to be the majority of people that are playing Rocket League. Hope you still learned something from this. Hope you got something out of it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.